Welcome to Officer Aptitude Rating OAR Test Prep Online Lesson Series. In this video, we will go over 15 questions on mechanical comprehension for the OAR test. To practice more, download the OAR Tutoring app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Question 1. If gear B makes 5 revolutions, how many revolutions will gear A make? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. D. 5. The answer is B. The gears have a proportional relationship based on their teeth. Gear A has 15 teeth, and gear B has 9 teeth. For every revolution of gear A, gear B rotates 15 divided by 9 times. If gear B makes 5 revolutions, gear A makes 5 times 9 divided by 15 revolutions, which simplifies to 3 revolutions. Question 2. If block A, on which the lever is resting, is moved nearer to block B. A. It will be easier to lift block B, but it will not be lifted as high. B. It will be harder to lift block B, but it will go higher. C. There will be no change in the effort required to lift block B to the same height. D. There is no difference. The answer is A. Moving block A closer to block B decreases the effort arm, the distance from the fulcrum to where force is applied, and increases the resistance arm, the distance from the fulcrum to the load. This makes it easier to lift block B, but because the effort arm is shorter, the distance block B moves is reduced for the same amount of effort. Question 3. The gear system derives the greatest amount of mechanical advantage if a 10-tooth gear drives A. 8-tooth gear. B. 10-tooth gear. C. 20-tooth gear. D. 30-tooth gear. The answer is D. Mechanical advantage in gears is the ratio of output torque to input torque, which is directly proportional to the ratio of the number of teeth on the driven gear to the driving gear. A 30-tooth gear driven by a 10-tooth gear provides the highest ratio 30 divided by 10 equals 3, maximizing the mechanical advantage by increasing torque output. Question 4. The figure shows 2 water tanks, P and Q. They are the same size and placed at the same height above the ground, and both are initially full of water. Which water tower will provide more water for the thirsty troops? A. Tanks P. B. Tanks Q. C. Both tanks. D. Can't be determined from the given information. The answer is B. Both tanks are the same size and height, but the key is the length of the outlet pipe. Tank Q's shorter pipe means less resistance to water flow. This results in a faster flow rate, delivering more water in a given time compared to Tank P's longer pipe, which has more resistance. Question 5. If a 100 pounds boulder and a 1 pound pebble are dropped from a bridge ignoring air resistance, which will reach the ground first and why? A. The boulder will reach the ground first due to greater gravity. B. The pebble will reach the ground first due to less surface area. C. They will reach the ground simultaneously due to equal gravitational acceleration. D. None of the above. The answer is C. For free fall, ignoring air resistance, d is proportional to square of t. Where d is distance travel, g is gravitational acceleration, and t is the time needed. As g is a constant for all the body in a particular place, and distance is not dependent on the mass of objects, then for equal time, all bodies travel equal vertical distance. Question 6. What is the value of F in the pound to balance the lever shown below? A. 8 pounds. B. 11 pounds. C. 12 pounds. D. 16 pounds. The answer is B. According to the principle of equilibrium of moments, clockwise total moments equals counterclockwise total moments. The calculation is as follows. Therefore, the value of F is 11 pounds. Question 7. If 2 or more forces act on an object in such a way that the object does not move, what is this condition called? A. Equilibrium. B. Balanced forces. C. Actions and reactions. D. Similar forces. The answer is A. When two or more forces act on an object and the object does not move, it is in a state of equilibrium. This occurs when the forces are balanced, meaning that the net force acting on the object is zero. In equilibrium, all the forces cancel each other out, resulting in no acceleration or change in the object's motion. Question 8. What physical forces are the descending airborne paratrooper primarily affected by? A. Gravity and temperature. B. Gravity and upthrust. C. Upthrust and drag. D. Drag and gravity. The answer is D. A descending airborne paratrooper is primarily affected by two forces. Gravity, which pulls the paratrooper downward toward the earth, and drag, which is the air resistance opposing this downward motion. The parachute increases drag significantly, slowing the descent and allowing for a safe landing. Upthrust and temperature do not play significant roles in this scenario. Question 9. The names of the process of transferring heat from one location to another are radiation, convection, and A. Condensation. B. Boiling. C. Conduction. D. Evaporation. The answer is C. Heat can be transferred through three primary processes: radiation, convection, and conduction. Conduction is heat transfer through direct contact between molecules within a material. It occurs when heat energy is transferred from a hotter part of a substance to a cooler part without the movement of the substance itself. Conduction is common in solids, especially metals. Question 10. When salt is dissolved in water, it A. Decrease the boiling point. B. Increase the boiling point. C. Increase melting point. D. Decrease the specific gravity. The answer is B. When salt is dissolved in water, it increases the boiling point of the solution. This phenomenon is known as boiling point elevation. The dissolved salt ions disrupt the water molecules, making it more difficult for them to escape into the vapor phase. As a result, a higher temperature is required to reach the boiling point. This effect is commonly observed in cooking, where adding salt to water raises its boiling temperature. Question 11. What is the process called when liquid is changed to vapor? A. Condensation. B. Distillation. C. Evaporation. D. Freezing. The answer is C. Evaporation is the process by which a liquid is transformed into a vapor. This occurs when molecules at the surface of the liquid gain enough energy to break free from the liquid's surface and enter the gas phase. Evaporation is a natural process that happens at temperatures below the boiling point and is responsible for phenomena like drying wet surfaces and the water cycle in nature. Question 12. When water confined in a closed container is heated without letting the steam escape, the pressure inside the container increases. What happens to the temperature of the water while it is boiling? A. The temperature of the water increases. B. The temperature of the water decreases. C. The temperature of the water remains constant. D. The temperature of the water may increase or decrease. The answer is C. When water boils, its temperature remains constant despite continued heating, as the added energy is used to convert the liquid into steam, not to raise the temperature. However, in a closed container where steam cannot escape, pressure increases as more water turns to steam, which can raise the boiling point, but the temperature remains constant during the phase change itself. Question 13. Pulley acts as the driver and turns clockwise. Which pulley will turn the slowest? A. Pulley X. B. Pulley Y. C. Pulley Z. D. Pulley W. The answer is D. Pulley acts as the driver, and since it's the smallest, it rotates the fastest. Pulley Y is connected to X, so it rotates slower than X. Pulley Z is on the same shaft as Y, so they rotate at the same speed. Pulley W is the largest and is driven by Z, so it will rotate the slowest to maintain the same belt speed. Question 14. A diver takes a balloon that starts with 2 L of air and is sealed to an underwater depth of 5 m. What will happen to the balloon as it rises to the surface? A. The balloon will get warmer. B. The balloon will get smaller. C. The balloon will get bigger. D. There is no change to the balloon. The answer is C. As the balloon rises to the surface, the surrounding water pressure decreases. According to Boyle's law, the volume of a gas is inversely proportional to the pressure exerted on it, assuming constant temperature. At greater depths, pressure is higher, compressing the balloon. As the balloon ascends and pressure decreases, the air inside expands, causing the balloon to get bigger. Therefore, option C is correct. Question 15. In the pulley system shown, if the block is 1176 N, what is the tension on each side of the rope? A. 294 N. B. 588 N. C. 882 N. D. 1176 N. The answer is B. In the pulley system shown, if the block weighs 1176 N and the system is designed to distribute the weight equally between two sections of the rope for a moving pulley, the tension in each side of the rope will be half of the block's weight. Since the block weighs 1176 N, the tension on each side of the rope is 1176 divided by 2, which equals 588 N. To practice more, download the OAR Tutoring app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. If you need one-on-one tutoring, you can request a skilled tutor from the link below.